In around 50 days, you'll be sitting in an exam hall taking a test that will determine your grade for either your GCSEs or your A-levels. When I said that, how did you feel? There's two different feelings you could have had. The first one is not complete confidence, but more of an excited nervousness. If you've been putting the work in for the past couple of months, you've been studying efficiently and consistently, then you should feel excited to see the fruits of your own labor. But you're still going to be a bit nervous because it is an exam after all. But the second option, if the feeling that you felt was just pure anxiety to the point where you feel overwhelmed, then we have some work to do. But don't worry, I've got the solutions. And speaking of solutions, let's talk about something that could save you both time and money while shopping online. And that's Coopert. If you're anything like me, you probably hate spending time looking around for discount codes that never work. That's where Coopert comes in. It's a free browser extension that finds and applies the best coupon codes automatically when you're checking out online. Instead of manually testing different codes, Coopert does the work for you across 3 million retailers, ensuring that you always get the biggest discount code available. And it doesn't only stop there. Coopert also offers cashback rewards from over 76,000 stores. So whether you're buying textbooks, revision guides, or even clothes, you can earn cashback on your purchases. We're talking about real money that you could withdraw, not just credit for the next purchase. Now, another game changer is Coopert's price comparison tool. If you're buying something, Coopert is going to check prices across multiple websites to make sure that you're not overpaying for that product. You don't even have to do anything. It just works in the background, saving you money effortlessly. With over 6 million desktop weekly users and 3 million on mobile apps, Coopert is the best way to shop online and save money. And the best part, it's 100% free. You don't have to pay anything. So click the first link in the description and start saving money now. Thank you, Coopert, and now back to the video. Now, firstly, let's do a mindset check. 50 days is way more than enough time to get good grades, even if you're not getting the best grades right now. Now, of course, we have to be realistic. If you're getting 3s and 4s and you want to get all 9s, it's not impossible, but it's going to be very, very hard. But let's do the math. If you study 3 hours a day, which is not that much, across the next 50 days, that's 150 hours. Do you know how long 150 hours is? You can easily jump up 3 grades in most of your subjects as long as you do the right things. If you want to get the most out of the next 50 days when revising, then we need to plan the next 50 days. The one who fails to plan, plans to fail. Now, you've heard that many times, so let's actually put it into effect. Firstly, we need to make sure that you have the right studying techniques. The studying techniques that will get you the top grades while studying efficiently. Now, efficiency is the key here. We don't have that much time left. And so if we prioritize effectiveness over efficiency, but that effective studying routine actually takes us 3 months when we only have 50 days, then we're not actually going to get anywhere. And so we need to prioritize efficient studying techniques. Now, I've made videos about most subjects that you're going to take at GCSEs and A-levels. And I've also given frameworks that give you the techniques that you need for any subject, no matter how difficult or boring it is. One of the ways I do this is using this Venn diagram, which shows you the 3 core elements. Now, you can get it, as well as a free guide on how to use it in the description. Now, if you really want to take the next 50 days seriously, then we're not only going to plan our studying routine, you also need to plan your lifestyle around studying. What's your lifestyle going to look like? Are you going to sleep late and sleep in every single day, wasting precious morning hours that you could use to revise instead? Or are you going to optimize your sleep? Are you going to be lazy and skip exercising? Or are you going to find time to exercise, even if it's doing a couple of push-ups and pull-ups at home? Now, it might be counterintuitive to prioritize sleep and exercising, but we need to make sure that your mind frame is positive. And that only happens through good sleep and exercise and diet. And so the 30 minutes that you're going to spend exercising per day, they might seem like you're wasting time that you could revise instead. But the return on investment from those 30 minutes is going to be well worth it when it comes to actually studying in an efficient way. Another question you need to ask yourself is, are you going to start sacrificing bad habits like scrolling on Instagram and TikTok and even spending time watching Netflix? Listen, there's a time for relaxation. But if we're being honest, our attention spans have been fried by social media. Think about it. Hours of scrolling every single day sets your dopamine level to a high level. So if this is our baseline dopamine level, and now we want to study, and studying gives us this much dopamine, that difference, that's your lack of focus. That's why you can't focus. Your brain is used to this dopamine level, and you're only giving it this much. Now, another thing that you need to know is that your studying at the beginning of these 50 days and at the end of it is not going to look the same. You should be going through a natural cycle of going through content, consolidating that content, and then banging out practice questions. On the first week of the 50 days, you might be going through a lot of content, trying to relearn the information, not really doing as many practice questions. But then at the end of it, you would have gone through most of the content. So now you're just trying to do as many practice questions as possible to really build up that database of practice questions in your head so that when you go into the exam, you know exactly what to do. Now, if you're lacking motivation, you want to push yourself a bit more, one of the best things you could do is use positive and negative reinforcements. You see, for an extended period of time, like 50 days, it's harder to stay consistent. If I have a mock in a week and I know that I'm severely underprepared, I'll have the motivation to put in 3 or 4 hours to prepare for that test. But then if you take that and extend it over 50 days, staying consistent becomes way harder. That's why using positive and negative reinforcement is crucial. The way basically every single animal species, including humans, work is that if they feel some sort of punishment, some sort of negative reinforcement when doing something, then they're not gonna like doing it. And if they feel some sort of pleasure while doing it, then they'll want to do it more. Now we can use this while studying. If I feel like one day I was lacking, I didn't put in as many hours, or I just wasn't efficient with my revision, then I could punish myself. Maybe I could take a cold shower, or prevent myself from watching that football match, or prevent myself from going out with friends. Anything really. And the opposite is also true. If for a week I feel like, you know what, this week I revised really efficiently, I hit all my goals, then I could treat myself with something that I like. Maybe going out with friends, eating a cheesecake, whatever it is. You need to hold yourself accountable because no one else will. If you put in the work and do it the right way, you can easily jump up 3 grades in all of your subjects across the next 50 days. All you need to do is just follow the steps and put in the work. And if you want a personalized study plan, as well as a video program that's going to take your grades to the next level, then check out the ultimate guide to acing your GCSEs and A-levels in the link in the description.